Before this video starts, I'd like to give a shout out to Jaffinator2166. He is the original creator of the background footage you'll be seeing for most of this video, as I couldn't capture any of my own since what I have to say in this video will go completely against the background footage if I actually purchase the product in question. Anyway, thank you Jaffinator, and now let's get to the video. Hello everyone, Revisor here. I've mentioned before that I'm still new to the Megaten universe and have dabbled in both SMT and Persona. Considering both Persona 3 Reload and Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance released in the same year, I should have been ecstatic. In fact, I was. I planned on playing Persona 3 for the first time with a mod that allowed me to control the party members not too long before the remake was announced. However, as time passed, and more info was released about the game, I slowly fell off the hype train and eventually decided not to buy the game. This rant of mine will not be a review of the game itself, as Persona 3 has a great story and the combat system is engaging enough to keep me going. Though, to be fair, I'm taking references from Persona 4 as the two share a similar battle system. No, this video will be on the remake itself, the PSP ROM of Persona 3 being resold for the price of a decent indie game, and the missing content from P3 FES that was resold, as well as Atlus's continued excuses to leave out the FEMC from the game as a whole. Let's get to it. Persona 3 is a good game. I will not dispute that fact. My question is, why this game? According to Persona Central, link in the description, Persona 3 is the second worst selling game in the series, only barely beating Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. It would have made more sense to do either Persona 1 or Persona 2 Innocent Sin, as those were the best-selling games before Persona 4 was released, and they've only received meager PSP ports. Hell, to fully experience Persona 2 in English, you need to buy a PS1 for Eternal Punishment and a PSP for Innocent Sin, as neither system got its other part localized in English. They deserve a remake more than P3 ever has. Hell, P4 would have been a better choice since it exposed the PC crowd to the Amala multiverse and brought more sales of their current and past titles. Atlus ported the PSP version of Persona 3 onto PC and console 1 year before the release of P3R. Considering the quality of Persona 4 Golden's release, I and many others were upset with Atlus lazily reselling a handheld game with an upscaled resolution. However, there was one silver lining that redeemed the game for some. The FEMC herself, Kotone Shiomi. Choosing to play as her would bring in new social links and a brighter, more lively vibe to the game, thanks to its regular use of bright colors and the new, more upbeat soundtrack. Many people enjoyed this new take on the game, especially those who were elated to finally see a female protagonist in a Persona game, as most Western people haven't played the Eternal Punishment Innocent Sin duet. Once Atlus and Sega revealed Persona 3 Reload on June of 2023, everyone went crazy, including me. In my head, I imagined Persona 3 FES with the FEMC campaign, with the character models and the graphics taken from either Persona 5 Royal or the dancing games. I was put off a bit when I saw all the costume DLC and them locking personas off for more DLC. Wasn't exactly a good look, but I didn't care. All I was happy about was FES and Portable were going to be in one complete package with gorgeous graphics and a killer soundtrack. And then the game came out. Reviewers praised the game. Gamers praised the game. The game was the best game ever made ever by anyone. Then there was me. The one stick in the mud who saw the answer would not be in the game at launch and the FemC is never coming to the game. I feel really bad for the female protagonist, but unfortunately, there is no chance of that happening. Of course, we were also considering planning for a female protagonist, but the hurdles were too high, as it was expected to take a long development period and cost several times as much as episode I guess. Kazuhisa Wada, March 8th, 2024. This statement is what broke me. I don't know what trials the team had to go through in order to get P3R out the door in time for the 2024 window, especially since they've been working on the game since 2019 before the whole world shut down in 2020. Regardless, this and the announcement that the answer would be re-released as DLC made me not want to purchase the game. I already knew the story from the male MC's perspective since most Megaten channels have spoken on Persona 3's story in spoiler-rich detail. The one reason I wanted to get the game, the full Persona 3 experience, was tossed out of the window. Now, before everyone hits me with comments telling me to stop crying because modders are adding the FemC and remixing the music for her campaign, I am very well aware of that. However, that does not excuse the fact that they left out a third of the game's content due to development costs and time. As episode I guess shows, they could have just released it as DLC to make up for the cost of development. On the subject of episode I guess actually, nice job on forcing people to spend $35 on a bunch of trash they might not want that should have been part of the base game so they could play the expansion. I'm not sure whether to blame Sega or Atlus for that, but all I know is, good job. Now people actually have a reason to not buy episode I guess. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you for hearing me out. I wrote this script while I was waiting for Metaphor ReFantasio to install because Sega thought October 10th at 8 PM was the best time to release instead of, I don't know, October 10th, 12 AM. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment on your thoughts down below. Am I right to criticize the state of Persona 3 Reloaded, or am I 126% wrong for not buying and endorsing the best game of all time? If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel and click that bell button to be notified of whenever I upload. I try to stream as much as I can. I stream on both YouTube and Twitch simultaneously, and I usually give at least a 1-day notice of when I'm about to stream. Anyway, that's all I have to say about Persona 3 Reloaded, and I will see you guys next time. Vivisor, out.